All right, for all the individuals that showed up on time today, congrats to you, all right, for showing up. Welcome, welcome to the trade room here at Inner Wealth YouTube channel. We're going to be starting up here in just a few minutes. So, just to give you guys an understanding of how these calls start, I want you guys to know that I'm not in a rush to get in the charts ever. I'm unattached from the outcome, unattached from what may happen today. Okay. And that unattachment comes with practice. And the practice that we're going to be exercising together every single Monday is meditation. So every single call will start with a 5 to 10 minute meditation segment. That being said, okay, this call starts at 9:15. If you're someone that cannot wait for the open, this first few minutes of the segment is not for you. Okay? Just letting you know that you're going to get very impatient. You're not going to want to focus on the meditation, and it will be a disservice to you. Okay? For those of you who are super attached to the market, this is also for you. And want and realize that you're attached, this is also for you. For those of you who want to become detached from the market, this is a great practice. Not rushing into the market. Okay? Not having to absolutely be there at 7 or at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Okay? That is detachment. So, we're going to do this detachment exercise by meditating at the beginning of every single trade room call. All right? Whether there's news, whether there's whatever it may be, we're not going to fail to meditate. We're going to get ourselves aligned first and then allow the charts to align themselves with us, not the other way around. Okay? So, with that, guys, I'm going to put on this audio. These audios are not mine. I will be sharing them in the description below. That way you guys can have these audios. Again, guys, they are not mine. They're just meditations that I've been using, guided meditations that I've been using through Spotify. Okay, I will share the link on the description below. All right. All right. So for now, even though the countdown's gonna go off, okay, I'm well aware that the countdown's gonna go. It's gonna finish. Throughout this, I want you guys to be focused on the meditation exercise and what the meditation guide is telling you. All right. Okay. Let's get this started.
Closing your eyes, settling comfortably in your seat, or if you're lying down, allow yourself to sink into the mattress, the cushion, the floor, and start to focus on your breathing now. First, observing your breath, observing the flow as it goes in and out, in and out. As you follow the flow of your breath, let go of all resistance, all effort, strain, just allowing the natural progression, the natural rhythm of your breath. With each inhale, you're taking in divine life force energy. And with each exhale, you're letting go of all worries, anxiety, and tension. With each inhale, you're breathing in fresh, new and dynamic energy to nourish your body, your mind, your soul. And with each exhale, You're letting go of the day, the week, the month. As you observe your breath, maybe start to take a little deeper inhalation on the next round. And then with the exhale, exhaling completely. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And as you are moving with the rhythm of your breath, your physical body starts to become softer. Allow it to become heavier, letting go. And now your guardian angel comes to stand in front of you. They're holding this beautiful golden ball, like your own central sun above your head. And they're bringing this ball down. It's quite large. With both hands, they're lowering this ball down over your head, through your skull, into your brain, relaxing, calming, and soothing. And the golden ball sinks lower over your ears, opening up your spiritual hearing. And the golden ball sinks over your face, relaxing your jawline, your mouth. It's sinking as well over your pineal gland, opening, cleansing it. And it's going over your neck, soothing and massaging your neck. And this golden ball just got even a little bigger as they move it down over your shoulders, your upper back, your lungs and your heart. As the golden ball sinks lower now, over your arms, elbows, stomach, middle back and kidney. And it's sinking lower to your fingertips, your lower abdomen, lower back, over your pelvis and hip joints. And the golden ball is moving steadily over your legs, soothing your thighs, the front and the back, penetrating deep into your knee joints, soothing away any stiffness, any stuck energy. And that golden ball goes over your lower legs, into your ankle joints, penetrating deeply and softening. And right over your feet, the top, the bottom, right to your toes. And as your guardian angel takes away this ball, your entire body, your aura, your energy is glittering like a golden flower and opening up to the higher realms. And your guardian angel stays with you for this entire journey, standing behind you, giving you safety and security. And we now call upon the dragons of the highest light to welcome us into their dragon realm today, now. And you may see or sense in your mind's eye a beautiful golden dragon flying into your space and landing gently in front of you. He looks at you with kind and loving eyes as he half turns and offers you his back. He's beckoning you to climb onto his back. As you do so, with your guardian angel joining you on the back, The golden dragon lifts swiftly high into the sky, soaring away from your physical location, moving out of the building, flying over all the rooftops and roads, the homes, the cars, buildings of your city or town. He gently flies through the sky.
All right, guys. That was it for our meditation segment. Really nice, short, simple, and painless. Right? If you missed it, you can rewind it, watch that little segment. I highly encourage you that if it isn't something you're actively doing every week, that, you know, this is your invitation for this practice, for you to hone in your meditation, your peacefulness, and to sharpen your decision making and your thought process. Okay? So let's dive right into it. Before I do, guys, do you mind dropping some 8s in the chat if you're ready for the charts? If you're ready on this beautiful Monday morning, on this beautiful Monday, right? Drop some 8s in the chat if you guys can see my screen, can hear me loud and clear, and we're ready to go. We're ready to roll back on the charts. We're ready to get this week started. We're ready to kick off the week with amazing energy, with great power, with great intention. Drop some 8s in the chat for me. Blow that chat up with some 8s and some great energy. Nice. Awesome, guys. Really cool. All right, so 1 sec. Cool. All right, so let's dive right into it. All right, US dollar index. So you guys know that I mainly trade US assets. Okay, but if there's ever any asset that you would like me to review, if there's ever any news that you would like to go over, if there's ever any questions outside of what I'm speaking on, you guys are more than welcome to bring those up front, those questions forward. It's no problem at all. And, you know, just because I don't trade Forex actively doesn't mean these concepts aren't applied throughout. Okay, you don't have to trade indices to be learning on this page. Okay, so I just want to make sure you guys are well aware of that. All right. So Monday, very slow day, right? June 26th, we have no red folders. All right, I will only be pointing out red folders on an economic perspective. I will only be pulling up red folders and holidays. Okay, so you guys can see Canadian dollar had quite a bit of news earlier today, about an hour ago. Okay, actually this may be in the wrong time zone. 1 second. Give me 1 sec. Oh no, it's right. It's in the correct time zone. It's because it's Tuesday. It's tomorrow. Okay, so this is the very next news is for tomorrow. Canadian dollars got 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Okay, me personally, I don't trade CAD, and I wouldn't be able to tell you how impactful these are. But CPI tends to be a very volatile news release, so I would backtest that if I was you. If you are going to be trading that, US dollar comes in with news for consumer confidence at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Okay, so like 30 minutes from now, but tomorrow we're going to be having those news release. Not the highest impact news, so I'm not really stressing over it too much. Ideally, I'm probably going to wait till after these news to get into a trade, or a few minutes before. Wednesday comes in with a pound and the yen. Okay, at 9:30, at the opening, we'll have Federal Jerome Powell speak. Okay, that one's going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. Gonna be looking forward to that one. He That's an interesting one. He hasn't, because the other one was a testify, right? And this one he's speaking. So I'm not sure which one's the high impact one. The last one was on May 19th. We can go ahead and like back test that tomorrow during Technical Tuesdays. We'll review that before that hits. So I'll see you guys on Technical Tuesdays in regards to those news. Okay. And then he speaks again at 2:30 a.m. on Thursday for some reason, which is very odd. Maybe some London plays there. But yeah, no, very slow week for the US dollar. You have some very casual news, new impacts, but you guys have to be aware of those. Okay, so now let's go to the US dollar. Just actively analyzing everything with you guys. Guys, look, I could do a bunch of pre-recordings, or we can continue with these lives. Before, I was just doing a bunch of pre-recordings, doing all of these things, editing and all of that. But honestly, I believe that this is way more impactful. This is live, that you guys can actually see me trade. You guys can see analytics, the way I approach the market, targets, objectives, market sentiment. If I ever change my mind, I could actually share with you guys on here. So I'm going to continue doing these lives, and I highly encourage you guys to tune in through these lives all 2023, all 2024. Continue to tune into these lives. If you guys are in any mentorship and they're not offering you live sessions, I promise you that is a red flag. All right. So actively show up to every single session and actively watch current price action. It's probably like the best way to experience the market. Okay, in terms of monthly, okay, we can still look at the lows. I'm just letting you guys know that personally, I would, after we take out the low, we have this fully unmitigated area here that we came into last week. I would anticipate some level of rejection out of this area. If we're going to continue going short, we're still going to reject out of this area. And if we go long, this is the area. Okay. On a weekly perspective, I am looking for longs. Okay. On a monthly perspective, I'm not going to be setting up another monthly objective, because my monthly objective was previous monthly high, and we totally dismissed that. And so we're also just 4 or 5 days away from the month closing out, 4 days and 10 hours to be exact from the month closing out. So personally, I don't find it very productive to be looking for a monthly objective at the end of the month, on the last week of the month. It's like looking for a daily objective around 2 p.m. of the day. It's like, of course, everything's going to be very clear by then. You know what I mean? The goal is to do a before and after, not just hindsight afterwards. All right. So a monthly objective, we're just going to leave it. I was pretty sure for most of the month, for the second half of the month. And now I'm looking at these longs. On a weekly perspective, I do want to see price action get back into this insufficiency created last week. All right. So on a weekly perspective, that is where my eyes are set. All right. I also want to point out this because it really got my attention. This imbalance here. So the low and the high of this imbalance there, that overlap gets my attention as well. The overlap of those two insufficiencies right there, because it's resting right below 50% of this range. So, you know, I really do like that overlap right there. So I'm going to leave that there. I do see price action being drawn to it. My final weekly objective would be 103,200. Yeah. We did just get the open for the New York Stock Exchange just about 6 minutes ago. Again, I'm in no rush to get over there. No rush. All right. If it happens, if it leaves without me, the trade is gone, it is what it is, guys. I'm in no rush to want to get to it. All right. So looking at this bullish insufficiency, we did trade above it. We did come down right now. I'm going to get rid of that at the moment just to clean up the chart. But a couple of things here that get my attention. One, previous weekly high imbalance. Okay. And then obviously within that imbalance, you guys can see here on the left, that weekly. Okay. Within that insufficiency, you guys have this previous area of distribution. So I really like that confluence there. Okay. Then we have the daily. The daily could create an imbalance here and then continue pushing up. I want to point out this gap right here that we have. Okay, that gap, we could come down there and use it to continue going to the upside. Now, we don't need that gap to move to the upside, but we could utilize this insufficiency and note it, because in the future, it may become very significant for us to go long off of, right? So, or to target for the shorts, depending on what price action does. But I believe that this is a very well significant imbalance at the moment. It's not yet finished. That's why we're not going to mark it out. The day's still rolling out. The worst thing you can do is mark up an imbalance when it's not even finished being created. It gives you a bias that's not even set in stone yet, right? So we still have another 9 hours before this even closes. But ideally, we'd like to see this being left alone to confirm bullishness for the start of this week. Give me just one sec. I didn't notice that the screen was a little off center. There we are. And give me just 1 second on the screen. I'm just going to log into my trading account. So I forgot to log into it before I started the call. All right, cool. And no, I'm not gonna show my face today. It's just I woke up and everything on time. I'm just not the I guess camera person first thing in the morning. I tried it last time, but it was just kind of weird. I don't know. I like having my blanket, my tea, cozied up, and I for one have really bad posture, so yeah. Anyways, so let's go ahead. All right, so Dow Jones monthly perspective. Let's go look at the continuous contract. Okay, you guys can kind of see here we made it to the push up here that had swept all this previous liquidity and then continue moving to the downside. We got a pretty strong rejection after taking out all this internal liquidity. On a monthly perspective, you guys know that I was looking for that previous monthly high. We totally dodged that. I still do believe we can get previous monthly highs, but overall, just kind of really looking at the short, the way that this engulfed price action last week was very, aggressive, I guess you could say, right? We just engulfed that very nicely. So for me, I'm looking at more downside. That previous weekly low right here does get my attention for the week. It is something that I'm going to be aiming for. If we do long, I won't be surprised. There's a beautiful gap right here. Boom. You guys can kind of see how we traded into that very nicely. Let me kind of expand this out a little bit. There we are. Okay, you guys can see that we traded into that, stop price action dead in its tracks. We have now taken out previous daily lows, have came down and pushed to the downside quite a bit. We had the open as well. London left a nice unmitigated area here on the 4 a.m. candle right there. Really beautiful. We do look like we have Asian highs still intact, but we have all these Asian highs still intact. So that Asian highs doesn't mean that price action is just going to turn around. So we're just going to look at Asian highs, note them, but we're not just going to be like, all right, that's where we need to go to, and that's where we're going to turn around. Just that draw on liquidity, right? This is the liquidity that was taken on the downside. Now I'm looking for upside liquidity to be taken. Note this imbalance here and this unmitigated area up here. Okay, so we're gonna mark out this order block right here. I guess not that one, since this one's the one that pushed up. My attention's gonna really go to this guy. Okay. Yeah, I do think that we can definitely go long out of here for a while if we do end up breaking this. This to me is like the last area of that will hold down bearishness for me. Yeah, the last area that will hold down bearishness. We take out not just this Asian high, but close up there, 50% or above of this order block. I will be looking for price action to go long and then start targeting all this upside liquidity. But until that happens, I'm just going to follow structure. And if we take out some very minor liquidity, then let that be it. And then just continue following order flow to the downside until we hit these objectives. All right. But the open, I'm sure, was very nice, very clean. Give out a nice little accumulation / distribution, and then accumulated one more time at the open and just pushed up to the upside. Very clean, very beautiful. Again, not something that I'm looking to participate on just yet. That doesn't mean that it's not a good trade. It definitely is a really nice trade right there. Beautiful trade, to be precise. Nasdaq, with the failure to take out that previous daily low. Notice Nasdaq failed to take out previous daily low. Nasdaq has all this downside liquidity, has all this upside liquidity. Okay, we've been failing to create a new low for a while now. Will we pump up to the upside and take out all the highs? I don't know. To be honest, Nasdaq to me moves the most, but also has I guess the least amount to me of like confluence when it comes to like the US dollar. Yeah, because the US dollar, ideally, for the US dollar 4 hour, maybe we move a little bit lower and then continue pushing to the upside, right? Yeah, just a little bit closer into that imbalance. Dow, it's moving to the upside. Nasdaq, yeah, just kind of climbing to the upside. I want to see what happens above these Asian highs. Okay. But overall, on Nasdaq, what does it mean that Nasdaq has less confluence? It just means that in terms of the dollar, it tends to not follow or disrespect the dollar sentiment more often than any of the other indices. So for example, more often, if they're not correlating, more often than not, it's Nasdaq that's not correlating. Sometimes you guys will see the US dollar flying and Nasdaq flying with it, which in essence is the opposing of what should be happening. But a lot of things in quote unquote should be happening, right? But you just got to look in terms of confluence. Like, does the dollar complement NAS today or does it not? Right? To me, the dollar looks like it wants to go a little bit higher. Okay, we took out all the lows. We traded into some insufficiency here on the left. We traded into this previous area, which in essence you can call your breaker. Right there, that one that's blue and highlighted, that is your breaker. The high of that breaker is right here. So here's like the the breaker, like what it actually looks like. We can come into that 50% fully and still just respect it. So just be aware of that. I do see you DXY climbing higher, just not yet. I don't think that. I think that today on US dollar is going to be more of a liquidity buildup day than a liquidity run or sweep day. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, like I said, so getting a closure above the Asian highs, not a sweep, but a closure. I will be looking to go long for the day. If we get a nice closure up there and not just a sweep and rejection, right? For sure, for sure. I'm glad that's making a lot more sense. NASDAQ. Let's look at the longs on NASDAQ at the open. Yeah, it's just kind of like a accumulation, right? Like we accumulated and we rejected a little bit and just continue pushing to the upside. Yeah, in terms of like entries, I always look, so I don't trade the New York Stock Exchange open. So I don't trade at the 9:30 a.m. open. But one thing I do look at is the 9:30 a.m. open because I want to get better at realizing whether it's a scalp or an entry because I don't mind scalping. I would be happy with a scalp. Like I don't mind scalping. But one of my things is I find myself if I scalp like the open, I tend to scalp a lower probability trade than a high probability setup. Like when I'm waiting for the 10 a.m., I tend to wait for the highest probability setup. Not that the 10 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. make it less or higher probability, but the 9:30 open tends to give me that impulsive reaction or response to the market. And that's something I like to avoid. Yeah, this closure above is going to be important, Brandon, for sure. I agree. Let's look at the 4-hour one more time. We got another 10 minutes on this 4-hour candle, okay? We got another 10 minutes on this 4-hour candle. All right, so just kind of letting price action roll out. This is why I start the call a little bit later, and I'm in no rush to get in here. So Nasdaq taking out that Asian high. Let's look at what SPX is doing. SPX, oh my gosh, SPX. Look at that. That right there is what I was waiting for across the board on all the other ones. That right there. You know, SPX might be the one. Let's go look at how it looked like at the 9:30 open. Give me 1 second. There's a couple lines over here that I need to delete. Yeah. No, still I wouldn't have found an entry on that either. Still taking out the Asian high. Took out previous daily low. So you know what? If NASDAQ comes up here and Dow, you know what? Dow does not have to take out the high. But if NASDAQ takes out that high and we start redistributing on NASDAQ, I will be going short on NAS. Again, if we get that distribution on NASDAQ, I will be going short on NAS. Pumping. Definitely pumping up. Is anybody in the longs? Hopefully, if you are in the longs, hopefully you're NAS longs. Yeah, wait for SPX on NAS shorts. I'm waiting for SPX to take out the previous weekly high. It looks like it's just gonna take it out. Oh my gosh, I hope it just doesn't leave it. I know hope is not a investment strategy, right? But jeez. Again, I'm not gonna be surprised though. We had another 4 or 5 minutes before the 10 a.m. Harold says he's waiting for them Dow shorts. Yeah, me too. Nasdaq still kind of just pumping. You know what, guys? I'm gonna just let price action kind of roll out for the next 4 or 5 minutes. Okay. As price action rolls out, just kind of study, watch price action develop. We're not chasing anything. I'm just gonna go grab a cup of tea real quick. All right. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a cup of tea. right. Cool, cool, cool. Careful on Dow shorts. We did swipe the liquidity on the left, on and left imbalance. Yeah, I think also at the same time though, you have to look at it on a bigger time frame. And then you have to look at divergence. Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P have bearish divergence. So yeah, we did have the previous sweep of the low, but when you're bearish, your triggers to go long need a little bit more than that. Yeah, when you're bearish, the previous daily low is not a trigger to go long. When you're bearish, you want to target those areas. Even if they've been hit, you want to target them. You can even hit them twice. But yeah, no, I agree. I don't think that we're going to just short from here. Just kind of being a little bit more cautious because of this guy. So this guy is really going to be the defiant of the shorts. Because if I don't see SPX take out that Asian high, right? Given that we're so close to it, if I don't see SPX take out that Asian high as NASDAQ is moving towards this insufficiency right here on the left, personally, I won't be touching anything. Yeah, I kind of want to see a little bit more confluence between the three before, because when they're all just moving in the opposite direction, you guys got to understand, like the move of the day is setting up, right? We're still setting up the move of the day when they're all just moving in just opposing directions. Once they start all like, let's say Dow starts shorting off, SPX starts shorting off, and NASDAQ starts slowing down, then there you go. Then you got a setup coming up on, right? But right now, kind of just want to see price action just continue doing its thing. Here's that imbalance that Fabrizio was talking about right here on the 15-minute and on the 5-minute. We did tap into it on the 5-minute. So, you know, this right here holds the line for bullishness. So unless this area gets traded through, then we're just going to continue pushing to the upside, as Fabrizio mentioned. Before pumping up. Yep. Adrian said, I didn't even get that sweep of the low. That was my target. I wonder what broker you're with. NASDAQ doing its thing. Just continue to let it do its thing for now. Dow, honestly, in my eyes, Dow doesn't have to take out the Asian high. Yeah, honestly, it really does not have to take it out. They could literally take this guy out and just continue following the 9 a.m. high. We got 10 a.m. just opened up. Okay. Looking at this high currently for Dow. That high right there. Currently for some shorts. And then NASDAQ. Maybe we just continue longing. Yeah, maybe we just continue longing. So let's look at the 4 hour and see how they all closed, okay? So now the 4 hour on Dow, respecting bearishness. 4 hour on NASDAQ. Look, this is still holding bearish structure, but it has bullish like a bullish counter trend, right? This right here, that bounce and failure to create a new low right there, that right there kind of gives me a bullish sentiment. But overall, coming into these previous areas of distribution, we could just still see these shorts, right? Because Nasdaq left a bunch of shorts to the downside, a bunch of liquidity to the downside, and it's left it there for a while. So I mean, I've been aiming for this guy since last Monday, so about a full week now that I've been aiming for that low. So we're just kind of playing with the lows here. That's the only thing that makes me really hesitant on Nasdaq aiming for the lows. Wow, 33 people on the stream. Cool. That's really cool. We're going to be... So I highly encourage you guys all to tune in on the next one. I'm going to be announcing a 4th of July giveaway. Okay, I'm going to announce it with you guys here. So you guys are going to be the first ones to know. I will give out all the instructions next Monday. Okay, or... let's see. Either by Monday, I'll let you guys know on Thursday. We're either going to give out all the instructions on Thursday's market mentorship overview, or we're going to give out all the instructions on Monday. Okay, we're going to be giving out either one 50K account or two 20K accounts on my Forex funds. Okay, they're not going to be passed. They're going to be your challenges to take. All right, but we're going to be giving away either two 20K challenges or one 50K challenge. All right, I'll give you guys all the instructions for everything for you guys to add on a little bit more to your equity, right? For you guys, for those of you who are not funded yet, to add a funded account to your equity and to add this opportunity, right? Because if you guys haven't tried a challenge yet, I highly encourage you to do so. It encourages a lot of discipline, and for me at least, it presented, or I guess like in a way forced me to have risk management. I started doing funded accounts a while back, but that was the turning point for me when I was like, okay, like risk management does really need to be a thing. It really does need to be implied, right? Cannot be dismissed. So that's what really did it for me. So that's why I believe that a funded account is a great giveaway. So again, guys, we'll see what this 10 a.m. What I'm looking for is 10 a.m. to come into this imbalance or somewhere close to it, and then just kind of give me that distribution that I'm waiting for. Okay, it's not gonna be picture fucking perfect, but it's gonna be beautiful. Okay, if we don't come into that imbalance, that's fine. We've already taken out this Asian high, so that's enough for me. If you guys have any charts, any comments, any questions or observations, please do drop it down below. Don't hesitate to ask. This is a free judgment zone. You guys can ask any questions. The only question that is dumb is the question not asked. Okay? No such thing as dumb questions, just the questions not asked. SPX took out that Asian high, as we mentioned. That's kind of where I wanted price action to start slowing down, right? Which is giving us that nice rejection here. So I will be looking for either SPX shorts to this triple bottom right here, right back to that previous daily low level. Doesn't have to take out all the lows, just that orange line that represents previous daily low, or previous weekly low, I should say. And just kind of looking for those shorts across the board. Just looking for NAS shorts and then SPX shorts. SPX may be the one that does it. How do you feel about shorting NAS off the 5 minute? Yeah. I'm waiting for the like off is just straight up to the left, looking at that 5 minute candle. Nah. Like, I'll tell you guys something like this, something that Matthew taught me. Okay, Matthew in Abundant Capital, he taught me this. Is that I look for points of interest to the left, but I'm not just looking to enter, put my stop loss above the high. Like, I'm always looking at current price action. What is current price action doing? So if I'm going to look at for a 5 minute entry, it's not going to be a 5 minute entry from all the way here on the left. It's going to be a 5 minute entry that develops here within price action. That's where you wait for evidence. You know, the 5 minutes a great area, but I wouldn't just take it straight from the left. Just because I'm looking to the left and I see an unmitigated area there, that doesn't do it for me per se. I learned from Matthew that waiting for this price action to develop in your points of interest is the most powerful way to go. Harold says, yeah, I do see DXY accumulating a bit more. Therefore, I'm looking for shorts across the board. Yep. Likewise, brother. Likewise. Just kind of looking for those longs. But honestly, DXY can just chill. And I'm still going to be looking for shorts. That's what I meant after the sweep on the left. Like, would I just, I guess where I'm asking is, like, would I just take it off the sweep of liquidity on the left? No. Like I said, I would, if I'm taking it off the 5 minute, I'm only taking it off the 5 minute price action that's currently developing. I'm not taking it off the 5 minute price action that was left last week. Dow left without you. Happens. Yeah, like I said, Dow does not have to hit the high for it to dump. That's what bearish divergence is. S&P doing something? Oh, brother. Haven't seen you on the calls. What's good, man? I don't know how to say your name, but I don't want to embarrass myself by saying it incorrectly. But I'm glad to see you on here, bro. I'm going to try to say it. Lovro? Lovro? I hope I said it correctly, brother. It's good to see you. That's what I meant. You clarified it. Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So let's say like you were looking for this liquidity sweep on the left, right? Like I would wait for that liquidity sweep and then the 5 minute to distribute, and then I'm going short. So like the 5 minute from left to right, like I won't look at, but I will look at 5 minute current price action. We left this insufficiency right here on NASDAQ. So we have this candle here and this imbalance. I will be going short right there in that imbalance. This imbalance right here. With my stop loss. Let's see. Let's wait for this 5 minute to close. 2 more minutes for this 5 minute to close. 2 more minutes. If I miss it, I miss it. Oh well. There will be more. Let's wait for that 5 minute, actually. I almost did it. I almost just went for it. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Yeah, so let that 5 minute kind of roll out. Let the imbalance do its thing. If it dumps from there and we never see it again, then oh well. We're just going to wait for the 5 minute to tell us that it's ready. 15 minute close as well. Yeah. Yeah, that 5 minute needs to be very clear. Look at Dow accumulating as well. Giving that beautiful accumulation out of the last unmitigated candle. Let's go look at the 15 second for Dow one time. Yeah, Dow didn't give that accumulation on the smaller time frames, but definitely look at it on the 15-minute here on the right. Look at that. Unmitigated candle, internal liquidity, boom. Again, for me, Dow still doesn't have to hit the highs, but Dow looks good. Dow looks probably the most promising. NASDAQ, check it out. 5-minute imbalance, just kind of doing its thing. Gonna continue pushing up to the upside. Just letting you guys know. Look at that. Yeah. No, I'm glad I didn't go short there. Yeah, just let price action do its thing. 5-minute has not broken on any of them. This would be a nice setup for the longs if the targets weren't already hit. Like the only one that was really good for longs, honestly, right now was Dow for the longs. Because initially we did say we wanted this high, so we'll just wait for that high to get taken out. And honestly, like I mentioned, if we get a closure above the Asian high on NASDAQ, we're just going to continue pushing up to the upside. Look at the 1 hour. If we get that closure above the Asian high, we're just going to continue pushing to the upside. So I do see a little bit more upside movement on NAS. Looking at these previous daily highs, going to be looking for that long opportunity. If we do go back here in this imbalance right here, I will be going long with my stop loss below the low. That one right there. I know we already came back to it once, but just looking for it to get played again. Yeah, NASDAQ to me. It just barely missed my area. Did you guys see that? Barely missed my area. It's alright. That happens. I'm grateful either way. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for 30 plus on the live stream this morning. Super grateful for you guys. And if you guys didn't get here early, so earlier today, we did start with a meditation session. If meditation isn't something that you regularly do, tune in with us. Tune in with us every Monday. We'll do a meditation. You don't have to do it every single day, but something that you can do weekly, right? To kick off the week with a good mindset is always good for the brain, right? So I welcome you guys and I invite you guys for next Monday to show up at 9:15 Eastern time, and that way you can take part of our meditation session just to prepare the mind to build that trader mentality, right? Brandon, what's good, bro? What's good? Good seeing you, man. Good seeing you. Man, Brandon's been rocking it with me for a couple years now. Good to see you, brother. Said Dow rejecting from imbalance. 15-minute close as well. Bash the goat. Thanks, JD. Appreciate you, bro. What you saying, Hancho? I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Tony Robbins, priming is amazing. Ooh, I'm gonna have to write that one down. I love Tony Robbins. Love it. DXY, I could see this kind of shorting off from here. We got another 40 minutes. We took out that previous hourly high in a previous area of distribution. So I'm looking for DXY to start shorting off from here. And that will kind of give us that confirmation on NASDAQ. Oh, there it is. And I will be oh, my stuff is gone. It's cool. Hold on. Let me put my stop loss. Right. And now this is really high up. So not going full risk on this. Okay. This could reverse here. Right. This is in an area where we can totally reverse and continue pushing up to the upside. I'm just following my confirmations. If it plays out, it plays out. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. And it will clap me out. And it broke on the 5 minute. Look at that. Broke on the 5. So, hey, it's going to clap me out. It's going to do what it's going to do. But the last thing I want you guys to do is, if you're in the trade, to resort to going back and forth. Oh, like it's shorted. Oh, it's going to short. And just close your trade. Or, like, don't invite that type of action into your life. Never, ever invite that type of action into your life. Allow price action to tell you what it wants to do. Allow price action to do what it needs to do. Right? If price action gets back above profit, maybe I'll close it. Maybe I'll close one. But I'm not going to sit here and right as price action drops through my area, I'm going to be like, oh, fuck, close it. Nah. Let it close on its own. Let it do its thing. Okay, there we go. Got stopped out. Confirm on the shorts. But again, I'm going to stay out just because of this 15 minute here. Personally. Let's see. DXY just needs to confirm this distro or accumulation already. Because this accumulation here with this imbalance would be the ideal long. But the hourly just started. Imbalance here. A lot of back and forth. So we're just going to wait. Let price action tell us what it wants to do. Right? Dow doing its thing to the downside. SPX might be the one for me. Yeah, SPX might be the one for me. We're still playing within this insufficiency here. Because it still has all those equal highs up there. Respecting the low. NASDAQ. Maybe in this imbalance. Oh, there it is. There's the accumulation. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see. That accumulation. This imbalance right here, I will be going short. And not just that imbalance there, but that imbalance right across from it. That one right there. I will be going short right there. Stop loss above the high that swept liquidity. And then I'm going to be aiming for equal lows, of course, first. But you guys already know. Previous daily low was my objective. and the initial low of the day. Nas back in that area. Tony Robbins. Grateful for you, brother. I'm grateful for you as well. Beware. Okay, look at the 15-minute here on the left. Beware that we came into this 15-minute imbalance and started accumulating out of it. Be very aware of that. Be very aware that the 4-hour on the XY is bearish. And that any moment we can dump. Okay? Be aware of these things. Just don't be fearful. Just be aware of it. Bring it to your awareness. Learn to operate in this state of mind. Learn to operate with this information. Learn to handle like the misinformation. Learn to handle your distractions. Dow is just chilling. Nasdaq has yet to come into the area. The only thing I don't like here is the 15-minute. So I am going to take the short, but I am going to use a lot lower risk. So just letting you guys know that. I am going to be using a lot lower risk on Nasdaq. Yeah, the 15-minute just does not look it. You know, we left these equal highs here. It just doesn't look the best in my eyes. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my risk minimal. There's this imbalance here, holding the line of bearishness. I like that a lot. Dow 2. SPX. SPX did it. SPX, unlike NAS, did do it. There it is. There's that imbalance. Man, SPX. What if we just accumulate from here? Just needs to take out this little high, and I'm in. Oh, my shit's gone. That insufficiency here on the 3-minute as well. But no real break on the 3. A nice break on the 5. Are you convinced on the shorts, or are you convinced on the longs? Let me know down below. Are you convinced on the shorts? Are you convinced on the longs? Let me know in the comments. Are you short on indices, or are you long on indices? Let me know down in the comments. We tapped into our imbalance, by the way. I'm just not going to play it. We did tap into our imbalance. Short, short, short. Nice. Do we trust the short? There it is. There's the short. I think NAS is getting to the imbalance on the higher time frame. Shorts around 14,985. Just remember, we have way different price points, brother. Way different price points. 14,985. I'm at 15,125 already. Yeah. The broker feeds are way different. So yeah, no. The reason I'm not going short as of yet is the 15-minute. I want to see one more line of bearishness, and then I'll be going short. But I'm still short. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I'm in it with you. Shorts. Just maybe something a little bit more significant in here. Just haven't seen that move that really gets my attention. Yeah, Dow Jones too on this upside. SPX. Fuck, I did it again. SPX is the one. Just remember that. If I would go short on SPX if we tap back into that balance. Had the sweep of the high, the lower low, lower high, lower low. The only thing I don't like is the failure to create a new low, but honestly, it still looks very much more attractive than anything else. Ah, fuck. Yeah. Juan said long. Sorry, SPX is the slowest and the cleanest almost every time. Very unpopular opinion, for sure. But I agree with you. There's that imbalance. It's playing out very nicely, so there's a long fucking way to go, guys. There's a long way to go. You guys only need like 10 of these, like only a 1 to 3 to call it good for the fucking day. There's a long way to go. You guys didn't miss anything. For anybody telling themselves, oh, I fucking missed it, you didn't miss a thing. You guys see this imbalance here that was just created? The high of it is 15,120.50. There they all go. Took out the low. Got it in balance. Yeah, if we get back in there, I'll go short. And if it's gone, it's gone. If it's gone, it's gone. Beautiful. Yeah, it's going. Dow didn't even take out the highs at all. Yeah, as I mentioned, the shorts. Not gonna lie, I got clapped on some dumbass longs. Some really dumbass longs. But it's all good. Definitely going to go look at why the hell I did that. Imbalance. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get back up there again. In this next imbalance, I'm gonna look at what we're doing in there on the smaller time frames, and then you can either go short from there or wait for more evidence, or you can wait for this up here, because this one up here, so you can even leave enough room for that right there. It's really gonna be up to you how you're gonna end up wanting to play that. Let's see. This 15-minute candle is the one that I'm waiting for it to close. When we close that one, I will be looking in here. That one. Nope. I don't know where that low is. Oh, it is that one. Yeah. This imbalance right there gets my attention. So let's just wait for that 15-minute to close. Notice how we tapped back into it here and just continue rejecting. That's kind of what I wanted to see, but a little bit deeper. Oh shit. I do actually have to run. I totally forgot. I have a lot of things to do today. I just realized that. And it's like 5 minutes before I have to go. So that was the original. Honestly, I'm still looking here. Okay, if we do end up coming back and accumulating out of here, kind of looking at the same two areas. This 15-minute kind of taking a minute. Let's see. Got another 5 minutes before we even get to that 15-minute closure. So, yeah, I definitely won't be here for that. Yeah. Honestly, next line of area of interest is this one. The 5 minutes gonna close here in 1.5 minutes. That area to go short, okay, it looks very clean, targeting the lows. Okay, all the lows. Okay, nice shorts, schematic, bearish divergence. The only thing that really kept me hesitant was the 15 minute. Wasn't the most attractive in my eyes, but you know, it ended up playing out. If only I would have taken that smaller risk trade that I mentioned, then we'd be in it. But honestly, when I set the stop loss, the reason I didn't take it, when I set the stop loss, it only gave me option for one fucking contract. And personally, I'm not trying to just trade with a single contract. I can't even manage, take partials or anything like that. So I'd rather just not. Yeah. When it's too big of a stop like that, I'd rather just not. Yeah. Definitely this required a little bit more of risk on my end, like at least $2,000 risk for me to put at least like 3 contracts there and start managing it towards the downside. So for now though, I do like this insufficiency. Unfortunately, I more than likely will be doing all my errands for today when this starts playing out. So if it plays out for anybody, tag me. If you guys are in the shorts, let me know in the comments. Let me know on Twitter. Right? This imbalance, guys. This imbalance right there gets my attention. I will continue following the 5-minute imbalances until we take out the lows. And yeah, no, I mean, fucking A. Right? So, whatever. It's cool. It's all good. We'll leave that there. Targets are getting hit. My heart hurts from seeing NASDAQ leave. Definitely an objective on SPX got hit. Yeah, definitely a learning experience today for me. Took a dumbass long and then it's all good. I hesitated on the short. I wasn't even hesitant on the long. It's fucked up. All good. Honestly, it's all blessed. That was that unmitigated candle that we left earlier today. Huh. I wonder what we're gonna do here. This was the unmitigated candle. That's that totally unmitigated area. Very interested on what the hell we're gonna end up doing. I'm interested on DXY shorting and then these guys longing from here. But not NAS. Just letting you guys know, not NAS. NAS is shorting. And you still have a long ways to go to those targets. Like I just said, I just ran out of time. I apologize, guys. I need to stop stacking up my Mondays so much so I can come over here and kick it with you guys for like a good 2 hours. And we don't have to rush anything or feel like we're running out of time. So I apologize on that. I'll definitely work on clearing up my Monday mornings. And yeah, guys, for now, we'll just leave it there. Shorts. Imbalances. Targets being hit. DXY just fucking around. But yeah. Anyways, guys, we'll leave it there. We'll talk to you guys. Got in on SPX shorts. Yes. I love it. Got it on S&P shorts. Nice. S&P. Cool. Beautiful so far. Awesome. All right, guys. Yeah, we'll just wrap it up right there. Love you guys. Thank you guys for being here. And yeah, you guys are awesome. 33 individuals I saw at one point on the call. That's huge. It's a beautiful number. And I appreciate you guys. for showing all the love and support in the comments, paying attention, and for meditating with us earlier today. Yeah, no, the shorts ended up playing out nice. Whoever called out shorts at the beginning when I asked, good job. That was the bias. Um, for anybody calling the longs, if they did play out, good job. If you did get in the longs, hopefully you were able to secure some profits while that thing ran up to give us that nice retracement. And if you are in the shorts, make sure you do pay yourself. It is Monday. It is a day that you should capitalize on. Okay, you should be capitalizing on it and not dwelling on that capitalization. So capitalize on your Mondays, capitalize on your moves, capitalize on your decisions, and capitalize on your time. All right, take care, guys. Have an amazing start to your week. I will see you guys tomorrow for Technical Tuesdays. We are going to be switching up the time for Technical Tuesdays, but not this week. This week will remain the same. I'll give you guys the new time for Technical Tuesdays. They will be a lot earlier in the day. Will more than likely still be during New York session, but not at the open or during my trading window. I'll more than likely be like on the later on in the New York session, but it'll definitely land during the New York. Okay, so with that, guys, take care. Have an amazing week. Kill it this week. Kill it with your goals, your performance, your journaling, everything. All right, and all your personal goals. Kill it in your personal life, so that way you can bring that energy to the charts. All right, take care, guys. Peace.